Angeli.
So, good morning po. So, kung Tessa ay best friends mo na, ah, ang ano niya, pinaka-sentro niya ay tungkol kay Jet po. Na isang artist. So, sila ang barkada ng artist. Na visual artist. At yung narrator ay si Gwen. Yun, so, yung si Jasper yung kaibigan ng yung best friend. So, ano siya, nagsimula yung kanilang pagkakaibigan dun sa... Ito si Jasper siya si Jetro. So, hindi mo kaya sila sa pero, ano po talaga yung pagkakaibigan dun sa gawin na 45, 49, 48, 47. Tapos yun, biglang nawala siya year after nung gawad. At yung ano rito, yung sa structure nung novel ay ginawa niya parang Eleanor and Park na salita. May ganun pang tangkad. Yung sa Eleanor and Park na YA din. Yung ginawa ni Rainbow novel ay parang si Eleanor, si Park, si Eleanor. Meron kang matapos. Dito, then and now, yung then ay yung nasa gawad pa sila. Tapos yung now wala na si Jelko. At yung ano rin, ginamit niya rin yung kulay. Dahil yung title ay Sky Thousand Colors. Ginamit niya rin yung kulay bilang pag-aangkop dun sa nag-quality rin nung dramatic situation. Gawin dun sa Den, Shades of Black yun kasi yung mga title ng kanyang mga chapter ay Shades of Black or Dark. Dun sa Den, ay dun sa Now pala. Dun sa Now. Kasi yung niya ron, parang metaphor ng kawalan or darkness. Kaya, so, ginamit niya yung stereotype na yun ng dark. Tapos dun sa Den ay colors. So, yun yung kanyang design dun sa magandang quality at pag-organize. At ginamit niya rin yung ng ice cream gym. Sa ice cream gym na nalaman ni Gwen tsaka ni Jasper through Ate Rona na frequently pala nagpupunta si Jetro tapos nag-glowing. Tapos nag-iwan pa siya ng glowing na pinakita ni Ate Rona na ito yung iniwan na glowing sa akin. Na-recognize nila. Tapos yun yung parang pinakaunang ng isang pagpasok dun sa pag-unawa sa pagkawala ni Jetro. Kasi na-recognize nila na yung mukha na yun ay na-encounter na nila then dun sa gawan nila. At kilala yun ni Jetro kasi nung kinakausap nila yung lalaki, nung nakita ni Jetro, sinabihan sila na iwas kayo sa lalaki. So yun. So nagkaroon ng uulit yung sketchpad dun sa ice cream gym. So yun yung observation ng Ate Rona. Natingin ko dun sa pagkakalatag ng narrative dito sa of the second part, I think, or third part, ay kaklose talaga nila si Ate Rona. Kasi parang yung conversation nila ay parang kaibigan talaga. Hindi ko nga lang sure, parang siguro yung Ate Rona ay yung edad niya hindi pa siya ganun katanda. Kasi Ate Rona, let's pag ginamit yung Aling Rona, mas matanda yung figure ng character. So yun. Ang comment ko ay doon sa character development. Lalo na sa narrator. Think mo mahalagang i-develop talaga yung character niya. Kasi doon lumalabas yung ano, yung details na tingin ko ano, para sa akin lang, yung as a reader, parang hinahanapan ko siya ng mga detalye na ano, na mas mapupush akong magpatuloy yung pagbabasa. Na tingin ko, masusolusyonan ito nung manunulat. Kung i-develop niyo muna ang character, kasi sa character, kasi yung mga, ano ba yung mga, ano niya, yung mga mannerism na pananalita niya, or ano yung mga bagay na lagi niya rin na ginagawa, or ano yung mga bagay na bias niya, hanggang sa paligid, na yun yung, tsaka sa action, ano ko, mahusay yung pagkakalatag ng mga action kasi, visualize mo. Pero tingin ko ano, yung action ay mahalaga rin pag-isipan dito sa novel. Uh, Dagdagan ng mga action na ano na mag-push pa dun sa kasi ano siya eh, tungkol siya sa paghahanap. So tingin ko maganda kung yung mismong danas ng pagbabasa ay naghahanap din na parang pinupush ka na maghanap na na magandang gamitin ano yun eh, magandang gamitin device yung mga object at saka yung mga yung mga material dun sa paligid ng ano dun sa pag-aakbo ng ng action ganyan na magdadrive dun sa reader na buklatin pa ng buklatin yung mga yung mga yung mga pangyayari tsaka yung mga clue yung ng mga clue para magpatuloy sa pagbabasa. Tingin ko maganda yung matanong ano nung nung manitulat dito sa detalye rin. Kaya maganda, ano niya pa, ma-explore niya pa yung details. Ah, panghuli ang sasabihin ko ay nagawa niya na yung ano yung nagtatanim yung ginagawa niya kasi kung papansinin niyo yung sa mga chapter, parang tatanim siya ng isang clue, tatanim siya ng clue na ano na parang aabangan mo dun sa ano, susunod na pangyayari. Na in a way, parang alam mo na ano siya, na mangyayari siya sa susunod. Kaya ano yun eh, parang technique na yun para ano ka, basahin mo ganyan. Tingin ko ano, mas dagdagan pa yung yung ganong tangka na pagtataniman. Yung pakiramdam mo ng babasa na naaanin niya yun sa mga susunod na chapter. Kaya hindi niya binibitawan. Kaya tingin ko yung magandang at least yung makuha ng ganitong grade ko ng na estilo at least. Kahit na medyo malayo yung yung proyekto ay yung mga katulad ng kay Dan Brown, di ba? Yung kay Dan Brown. Ano siya, yung parang yung spontaneous ng action. Oo. Tapos parang ewan ko kung meron din na parang ano ka lang, pinupush ka talaga ng narrative na magpatuloy dun sa mga page na parang ang hirap yung bitawan na yun. Congratulations.
Don't follow that. Don't follow that. Uh, okay, I have no complaints. I have no big complaints. I want to commend the writer for the structure, as someone, as Roman mentioned. No, I thought that the structure was clever, but I'm kind of scared because it is very precarious. It's so exact that architecture, what you're trying to do. So I'm so scared that you're gonna it's hard to pull off. That's the only challenge. No? Pero yun, I also want to comment the structure niya, the alternating structure, tapos the title of the structure na mga kulay. I'm interested, kung nagawa ko na yung orange, hindi siya spot on, for instance. O yung kung gano'n, kasi may tendency kasi ganitong structure ng maging corny at maging predictable. No? Pero so far, ako, maganda pa naman. The characters, it's crucial for a mystery for the missing person to be enigmatic enough, to be interesting enough. So I thought that was achieved. Although very dangerously verging on one-dimensional archetype kung si Jet, from the non-living artist. So, um, baka you might want to consider fleshing him out a bit or giving him another side. Kasi si Jasper, again, crucial kasi the voice is going to lead us uh, dito sa mystery na to. I thought there's also skill in the gradual and strategic uh, reveal of clues. No? So and that's, again, that's another um, that's another skill that's required for this kind of genre. No? Pero yun nga, at a certain point, baka magiging too spot on. Yung kasi nag back and forth ka, yun nga, as Romel alluded to, something's mentioned in the present and then there's an automatic analog in the past. So, ang crucial kasi dito sa ganitong type of genre, first of all, the search for this missing person or anything missing actually, the investigation of the initial missing element, eventually the narrative becomes more than that, di ba? When you investigate something or when you, parang sa crime novel, di ba? Pag sa crime novel naman, it's not really about it's about the crime. But in the course of investigating the crime, you investigate something else, the institutions, the society, etc. So there are hints of that. There's obviously some hints of a commentary on art. Some there's a obviously it's at least autobiographical, I suspect. So there's a mention of that art of a character obviously keen to the arts and yet kailangan niya brave it, stand. So I'm sure there's, I'd like that to be explored further. Ano ba? So ayun, I think we have there's skill also in looking at the banter with the ice cream lady. You don't have to resort to backstory actually. Kasi kahit sa present, you can just from the way that they banter and they talk to each other, alam mo, they have history. No? Parang you can get the sort of relationship that they have just based on that banter. Kung si ate talagang integrating din sa atin of a certain extent. Medyo feeling close to us. Yeah. Pero yun, I think that's for you to calibrate on what kind of role that you want to do. What role you want to assign her. Ano pa ba? The characters are differentiated. I appreciate that. You introduce a bunch of characters in the beginning, and yet you can tell them apart. I like that. So the danger is, you have tapos artists sila lahat, and there's a danger that they blend into each other, and yet they're kind of differentiated. But yun nga, sometimes nag-verge naman sa archetypes. No? Yung kung si tapos may mga kulit sa kanilang na-assign. So, yes, really just watch out for when a character oversteps into an archetypal fiction. Although if that's part of the project, I mean, okay with it. I have no other complaints. No, I'm just scared for you because it is such a precarious structure. And ang crucial talaga sa ganito kasi nga since you're still in dropping hints and clues gradually, eventually you will have to blindside the reader. No? Kasi the pleasure in reading something like this is medyo ahayin mo yung reader to a certain conclusion and yet at the same time, at a certain point, bibitawan mo siya. And then when that blindside happens, that heightens the pleasure for the reader. When the reader discovers something for himself or for herself. And puzzled by the handholding, I almost entertained the thought that this is that kind of relationship. So it makes me really interested. It's a very modern thing. So yeah. So yeah, congrats. Yeah.
First of all, yeah, I agree with the last two comments that I commend Ms. the premise is clear, and I also like the dynamic sequence. For the color title, I just have a question that we can answer later. If we're gonna take into account rin, like the psychology of colors, or is there a metaphor involved? Using nga, parang you also don't want to wear like in each chapter to each shade, so you would consider that like blue means you're calm, red is to dress from to something hungry, something along those lines. And then what makes me curious about this piece is the guy with the scar. Is we don't have a clue actually who it is. And one very small hint or one very small piece that could, when you're at the end of the book, like, oh, okay, siya pala yun, or dun siya. Like, that inevitability still comes with surprise. And I guess in terms of the clues, yeah, like they said, just be careful. We don't want it to be too predictable or it's never going to end. So maybe you can find new ways of reviewing the clues, not just, well, I don't know, kasi I don't know what else is written, but just be careful. They don't just depend on him sketching and just keeping visual cues. Maybe since you're good at character development already and fleshing them out, just give us more hints of what they're like and also like what the loss also means for them. That could also act as a clue as to how Jeff disappeared or what he's trying to avoid.
My comment is kind of connected with Sirglen's comment about how precarious your narrative structure is because you put onto yourself this additional struggle of ensuring that your character development is consistent because you've given us, I think, first few chapters, so you've given us a clear before and after. They were like this before, they're like this now. So you gave yourself this new struggle of like making sure that their development in the past coincides with their development in the future, and that in development in the future, the character nila, it's still consistent. So, and that's something yeah, I'm also scared for you actually. But this is a really great project, and I agree with si Angela about the psychology and logic behind your colors, because like since uh, you seem to be fixated on that, I'm interested in seeing, and I think it's just because I love language. So like I'm interested in seeing where maybe how since the narrator is first person of its poem, and she's the one who's organizing these chapters with her colors. And maybe you could try like I don't know, maybe if this is a side, it's not super important. You could try um, finding a way. She's already actively editorializing stuff for this, so you could try like maybe using certain palette, using like the palette of the color you use for your chapters in describing maybe certain aspects of the scene that you want to foreground or emphasize that is important or that the reader should latch on to.
What's up, Doc?
Tagal mo hinintay sabihin.
I-spare sa mga lunch natin. Anyway, hindi na, hindi ko na, maganda naman yung mga sinasabi nila. So, didirekta na lang ako sa suggestion ko. Um, Kasi naman, sila naman na yung mga artist. Lagyan mo ng experience na artist talaga. Yung, for example, di ba meron kang scene na nagdo-drawing siya, ganun. Ipakita mo yung perspective niya ng kung paano niya nakikita yung pagdodraw niya. So kung halimbawa pencil, pwede mong isipin na para siyang naka-macro na nakikita niyo yung hagod ng LED sa papel, na yung texture ng papel, minsan tatamaan ng LED, minsan hindi. Minsan may mababaling part ng pencil, okay, pag-mix ng colors. Lagyan mo ng medyo medyo naka-macro or medyo deep na experience ng artist talaga. Mga ganun. Hindi naman kailangan laging maging weird ang artist, pero meron talagang something. Talagang something. So yun, mga ano lang, mga yan. Madalas po bawal. Ayan, thank you for the
Two things, basic lang. Kasi yung title mo, $1,000. So yun yung promise. Hanapin ko yun. Mabuti na nabagitan ni Angela yung metaphor. Kulay. Kasi pinto sa lalaroan mo. Bibigay ko lang yung color theory briefly. I'll be talking first as an artist. Yung black, absence of color yun eh. So, dito na yun. Yung orange, gusto naging title. Hindi siya pangalan lang. Blah blah, tapos may gray ka. Sa isang artist, may 7 variation of a gray. Hindi yung 100 pito lang. O 50. Hindi, double mo na parang. 9, pwede, no? Kasi pag gumawa ka ng character na artist, in-expect ko yung video artist. Naglagay ako rito ng yung colors as metaphor. Lagi naman, ito yung mga stereotypes, no? Yung babae, lagi pink. Yung blue, lalaki. Pagka ang hinanap ko rito, yung violet, gray, gay. So, yun yung thousand colors. Rainbow na ngayon. Kaya, dumami na eh. Yun yung stereotype. Yung white is the opposite of black. Yung black is the absence of color. Yung white, pag pinagsama-sama mong lahat ng kulay, doon yung practice nagiging itim, mali. Pero sa theory, yun. So, hinahanap ko paano ka makakarating doon sa white para magawa mo yung thousand colors. Una yun as painter, kasi yung kulay sa isang pintor, hindi kulay lang yun. May kahulugan. Ang dilaw, sa lahat ng kulay, ito yung non-entity. Kahit anong kulay na itinabi mo sa dilaw, ang makikita yung katabi. Hindi yung dilaw. Halimbawa, gusto mo emphasize yung black. Sabihan mo ng dilaw, lagyan mo border ng dilaw. Gusto mo yung pula, mas lumutang pa. Lagyan mo ng dilaw yung paligid. So, yung dilaw ay character din. So, yung mga tao rito could be characters, yung kanilang, though, of course, pag ginawa mong OA yun, OA na yun, ano? So, tingnan mo ang paglaruan. Second observation, I'll be now switching as a writer. Yung characterization, yung 2 pages mo, 256 to 257, binigyan mo ako ng 7 character. Hindi mo man lang ako pinahinga. And yet, nakaka-7 character ka na, wala pa si I. So, tinataranta mo ako, sino lahat ito? Yung isang mahusay na writer, gusto niyo malaman mahusay yung pinabasa niyo, dapat may natatandaan kang karakter. Pag binanggit yung pangalan, kaya mo ipakilala kung sino siya. Dito, they are just names. Walang distinction. Siguro ang isang strategy dyan, huwag mong ibigay lahat ng ganun eh. Kasi from Jasper, Dio, Lara, Cerise, Lila or Laila, I don't know, Arvin, wala akong natandaan kahit isa. Yung good characterization, ano ba yung Noli? Kaya maganda yun, yung mga characters doon, lovable eh. Pag dinescribe, halimbawa si Doña Victorina, siya na, kung yung Kerisa dito, yung puso niya, yung ban ay kasing laki ng bawang. How could you forget that? Tapos, yung mukha niya para siyang nadapa sa apo. How could you forget that? O si Doña Consolacion, na pinanjojo ko yun eh, anong brand, ang detergent na ginagamit ni Doña Consolacion. Kasi yung description niya, sa bandera to eh. Yung description ng sayan nito na dating puti, na brown na ngayon. Yung sabihin, burarang babae ito. Yung ganun maggawa ng characterization. Si Jose Cela, Nobel Prize winner, 1930s, The Hive, pinahanap ko kahapon. Yung characterization, no? Doon yung The Hive, ang daming characters, ang dami mong matatandaan. Yung isang character, 2 sentences lang eh. Yung binabanggit ko, basic ito sa lahat ng writer. Yung character parang nakikita mo. But then, para constructive, yung binabanggit ko, okay lang sa'yo. Okay, ginawa kita ng panibagong outline. At, yung ginawa ko dito, doon ka muna mag-umpisa sa I, Glenn. Yun yung chapter 1 mo. So, ito yung detail. Yung gano'n. Then, pag-establish mo na yun, makakagawa ka na ng country. Tapos, masusundan ko na yung whose story is this. Sino yung talagang nagkukwento. Kaya yung ang tagal-tagal, hindi ko malaan yung bang hinahanap ang bida o yung bang mga tropa nung nang hinahanap yung bida. Hindi ko makilala si Ai. So, siguro kung si Ai yung leader, baka gusto kong doon mag-umpisa. Anyway, ginagawa ko lang systematic. Siguro sa akin para madali siyang basahin, ewan ko sa'yo. Mula ron sa Ai, problema mo, rank mo, mundo mo. So yung tone of the story, mabubuo mo na. Tapos, pag nakilala ko na si Ai, matuturoan man ako as reader kung paano kita babasahin. Sino yung kagagalitan ko, sino yung susundan ko, ano yung attitude ko, maaawa ba ako, magiging condescending ba ako. Kasi, siguro pwede kong sabihin na imposibleng maging kaibigan ng isang stranger. Diba? Sa pagsusulat ng fiction, pag naging lovable yung character, yung the one you're creating, makaka-relate yung reader. Kasi nakaka-identify siya, nakikita niya yung mga tao. Kaya mahalaga yung characterization ko na hindi naman kailangan niya ng, yung binanggit ko nga si Stella, isa, dalawang linya lang, sentences. Maganda na. Pagkatapos doon, yung gusto kong makita yung gawat likha, gano'n siya kahalaga. Hindi naman sa pumapasok lang. So, siguro yung character, nag-prepare siya, but obsession ng mga young writers yung gawat likha. And then, mag-create ka na ng suspense. Paano yung lugar na ito ay gagawa ng yung tinatawag mo ng Thousand Sky from there. So, iyon yung trajectory mo, which is your setting. Siguro saka palang papasok si Jet. Yung gano'n, kaya lang ang problema, pag naniwala ka sa akin, binabiolate ko yung structure mo ng then and now. Nilagay mo ng then and now pati yung gano'n. Anyway, for clarity lang, yung exposition ng the whole narrative, yung mula sa beginning mo, paano ka makakarating sa end. Crucial din sa akin yung lugar ng tropa. Asan sila? Ano ginagawa nila? Paano sila mapulitan? Ano yung pinag-uusapan nila? Siguro kailangan ng isang research yung nabanggit ni Eric. Yung ano yung ipasilip mo kami, ano yung mundo ng mga batang artist. Kasi yung biro ko dito sa UP, di ba? Mukhang hindi naliligo sa fine arts. Tapos so maraming nakasabit sa katawan ay fine arts yan. Okay. Yung parang dyan lang nakatira, yung pumapasok na nakasanto, naka-general, ay 4th year na, hindi pa gumagraduate. Yung alam natin dito, pagka yung freshman at saka yung kamukha ng mga nasa likod, ayun, mga freshman yun. Yung mga pag sibong tinignan mo yung kaya, ayan, 4th year yan.
Actually, mali po tayo ng example. Ang example natin si Sir Amang. Ganyan yung mga first year.
Si Glenn, ayan, drop out siya. Nakita nyo na? Ganun yung description na ganun mo pasukin yung mundo. And then, yung gusto ko ng Jasper, Santa Maria, Gwen, Alcantara sa ending, nakaredy na ako. So, yung ninegotiate ko lang, yung mula umpisa hanggang yung ibang di ko na pinansin. Angela, kung pinakita ko agad yung metaphor of colors. So, they are not just colors.
So, magdadagdag ako kay Sir kasi medyo same yung insight ko sa kanya. Kasi as a reader, medyo nag-struggle din ako dun sa siya yung pinakalas ni Pangalanan. Kasi marami na akong nabasa, hindi ko pa rin alam kung sino ako or ano ako, boy ba ako, girl ako. So, yung masasuggest ko lang bilang madami din yung characters nung sa simulan ko ang pandagdag ko kay Drama, bukod sa pag-describe sa character, pwede mo rin silang gawin distinct sa isa't isa through language. And the way sila sa conversation nila, the way sila magsalita. For example, sa akin parang itong character nyo ito, siya yung gumagamit ng exact word na ito. Or yung subject verb agreement niya, ganito. Tapos ito sa kanya, iba. Tapos, ano yan? Kasi, yun sa, parang kunyari, parang nakikinig ng radyo drama. Hindi naman dinidescribe yung itsura nila masyado. Pero sa boses pa lang nila, kilala mo yung karakter nila. Parang gano'n. Yun yung suggestion ko.
Bunagdagan kita para yung kompleto na yung illustration ko. Yung manner of speaking, no? Hindi dyan. Kung ang tauhan mo, aktivista, paano magsasalita? Di ba iba? Pagka maraming bale, o kaya yung aktivista yun eh. Pagka yung social, yung sandamakmak na alam mo yun, no? Yung pag nagpapasosyalan na galing sa province, yung mga puta naman your mother. Yung pag maraming F, maraming D, hindi mo maintindihan gay. Coded. Pagka yung hindi, yung mga dictator, mga lessons. Kasi yung mga tao, characters lahat yan eh. Pag hindi, magiging magkakamukha sila, hindi mo, yung binabanggit ko salita lang. Eh kung yung, paano mo malaman, Atikano, wow, pare, bad trip ka. Atik na. May particularity sa lahat ng writers gano'n. Yung kumisan, ito yung katalian ng mga playwright ng good, na yung nakakapag-usap sila na kahit walang pangalan, alam mo kung sino yung nagsasalita. Na maglagay ka ng alae yan. Alae na alae. Alae ay din ang pinanganak sa Manila. Ay, loko mo. Nung hindi ka sa Manila pinanganak o yung, excuse me for my intonation, I'm actually a US citizen. Pardon for my sound because I belong to the Filipino community from in California. Para upo, no? Hey. yung language is also character. Siguro yung manirisan ng mga bata dito, yung mga gusto mong i-highlight, buhayin mo. Hindi lang yung mga suggestions ko na to, lalo na yung huling punto, mahalaga ito sa mga nag-uumpisang novelista. Otherwise, yung lahat ng character mo, pangalan lang. Ano yung pagkakaiba ni Angelo kay Angela? Ganun, no? Pangalan lang. Diba, matataranta ka pa. Okay, tama. DJ, puro kayo J, no? Yung pangalan, bukopyahan kayo. So yung, kung minsan, iba-violate mo eh. I hope, enough na yun, siguro kahit sa dulo na lecture na yun, yung character, walang dalawang tao magkamukha. magkakaiba tayo. So yung sa nagtitista ka, magiging responsibility ko rin yun.
Salamat doon sa kwento, no? Yung sa tanong ko ay nasa yung mga matanda, no? Kasi sa mga ganyang young detective, genre mga sulatan, usually may mga matanda. Yung mga ginagawa sa mga matanda, usually insert here with the event, or they go the wrong direction. No? But they go in the wrong direction, they also insert here. Kasi importante na wala yung bata, di ba? Hindi lang naman yan, so, kumbaga, hindi yan limitado doon sa, alin pa parang misteryo para doon sa mga bata na yan. Hindi katulad nung kay Eric, halimbawa yung aswang kay mama na yun, di ba? So yun ay misteryo para sa mga bata, kaya nilang sagutin yun para sa kanilang mga sarili. Walang ibang interested, no? Kumbaga, pero dito talagang may nawala, no? Na bata, yung mga magulang, nawala. Ano yung direction doon? Kasi paano wala sila? Ano ba kahit sa ganitong klase ng convention? Pero mga dito, no? Yung police or what, interpreting supposed investigation. No? Ngayon, yung isa pa ay yun nga, the children are surprisingly self-sufficient, no? At the point, no, in the story, you know, parang ano yung resources nila to undertake such an investigation. Yung sa tanong, parang yung isa nga ay they come from a single model class, social class, no? Siguro malaki yung mga baon nila, no? Kaya kaya nilang anytime magpunta sa ice cream, ano?
Ice cream gym.
Siyempre, sa pagiging artist, mahal yung materials niya. Hindi naman lahat ng pagkakaan ay may pagkakataon din. Pero may mga magaling artist na kahit walang materials ay naging magaling, no? Sabihin na naging provide sila doon sa mga kaya gumagamit sila mas mura ng mga materials, no? Hindi yung mga mahal yung mga watercolor ay ginamit sila ng mga mas mura. Pero magaling pa rin ang nila. So, dahil yun talaga yung distinction. Sheer talent of it, no? Ayun, yung gusto ko lang tuloy kay yung ano ba talaga yung kondisyon ng mga batang artist, no? Bata ka tapos na-skills ang galing-galing mo, your genius yan. I mean, this guy is just high school. No? So, what's the most analogous situation sa Pilipinas? Philippine High School for the Arts. Ano? Na narin yung mga mayor pumasok, high school yan, no? They're called prodigies, ano? Sometimes it believes this. Sometimes it's not true. Diba? So, ano yung milieu na yun? Yung milieu na yun na kailangan na of course, kahit sa PHS, iba-iba yung mga social class, pinagalingan ng mga tao, no? Iba-iba yung kanilang hindi, some are better at a certain kind of art, no? For example, not all are good in sketching faces, but some are good in other things like landscapes or even yung mga medium nila, iba. No? So, parang masyadong humodelo si artistic experience, parang masyadong external view. No? Tama naman siya. Kailangan may internal aspect of materials, no? The very materials which are used. So, dapat yung artistic view sa Pilipinas, wherein seemingly ay parang may seamless connection ng gawad likha with gallery and with directly the art market. Ano? Parang I think it's more problematic in reality than that. No? Art market functions in a more discriminatory way, no? Sa Pilipinas. And ayun no? So, yung mga ganyang klaseng doubt, no? Of course, yung main character na may doubt, yung mga hindi naman ako talaga magaling white-lining gawad likha, no? No, pero yun nga what is the view of supposed mga galing ng mga kabataang artists. So, yun lang yung ilang mga naisipan. Siguro,
particularly doon sa where the adult, yun yung papasok ng social context doon sa, what's your parent? Is your parent a carpenter, a doctor, o what, no? Yun papasok naman yung dimension, ano yung kasi niya? Well, hindi, no? Diba? Ano yung kanyang social background, o class, no? So, yun yung isang important aspect.
As ko lang doon sa sinabi ni Sir Bong, ako na-feel ko, especially dun sa first chapter, even though I read the outline and the synopsis prior, for some reason, I forgot all about that. And sa first chapter mo, I thought they were like in their 20s, early 20s. Kasi they seemed very independent. They were talking na parang, oh, I invited this person. I don't know, maybe that's my experience kasi nung bata ako, hindi ko naman kayang gawin yung mga things na yun. I always relied on my parents or parents of other people to like bring me somewhere. And maybe there's also yung voice, I think, feels a bit not sure. Parang they're only in grade 10. So, grade 10 ba? Now I 11. So, it's 1 year. So, it's 1 year difference. Parang yun lang. Just wanted to point that out rather than, kasi it's the first chapter, so it should be presented. Pero overall, I really like your premise, saka yung use mo nga of the colors, yun, I think malaking potential na talaga. And exciting din yung idea of the Easter egg hunt. Siguro, echo ko lang din yung sinabi nila Romel kanina na yung you just expect na parang mag-heighten pa yung, or mag-sustain ng act.
Sorry, sorry, gagawin ako kasi tama ako sa kita ako. Meron kasing, may sakit yung sa tingin ko, yung genre ng YA na mystery. Yun yung nawawala parati kung yun nangyayari habang nagaganap yung kwento ng mga main character. Napapansin natin to sa yung mga kasi nagsimula ako magbasa yung mga flexible din, Happy Boys, Nancy Drew ng mga kwento. Tapos parang parati na kahit na parang hinahayaan lang natin yung mga kwento na tumakbo, na iniimbestigahan ng mga bata yung nangyayari. Nang walang orasang tumatakbo sa likod. Walang nangyayari ibang kwento sa pag-ibig. Na tingin ko ay oportunidad para sa kwento na to. Gago na inaangat natin yung gusto mo naman iangat yung stakes ng kaunti ng kwento. Ano yung tumatakbo sa likod ng kwento? Ano yung nangyayari kay Jetro? Ano yung ibang bagay na hindi yung parang hinahayaan lang natin kung dalawa karakter na sinusundan natin na sundan yung path. And then everything else is static habang gumagawa itong dalawa. Yun yung naman ang
Kaya sa Harvey Boys at saka sa Nancy Drew, laging summer vacation.
Walang break. Walang break.
May matanda yung man with the jacket scar. Kasi siya yung the malevolent presence or maybe the benevolent presence. Siya yung nag-improve yung natin sa mundo na ngayon. There's some suggestion that, I don't know kung doon pupunta yan. Yung kinalaman siya doon sa mainstream. Kung critic ito, art patron or some kind of patron of opera. Siya yung biglang nandun, natakot siya na pag nakikita siya. In his presence, I think that is to do, he's the adult world, including, and he's this car, may kinalaman siya.
I guess in follow up that it's uncomfortable with like so far you've been doing really well, but like I think something you should also watch out for is
try not to let your voice become too authoritative. Like, it doesn't even have to like aggressive authoritative. Like, alam mo, parang it becomes too set na, oh, this is really what happened. This is the only thing that happened. It also tries to like somehow make sure that there are still things happening behind the scenes. Because you should be open to other voices in the narrative that could help, like assist the narrative being put out by the protagonist or even contradict it. I think that's the beauty, I guess, of the girl plus.
Ito kasi, gusto ko magbigay ng suggestion sa guiding system. Kung meron na akong quality na pinanungulutan, kasi ngayon, pinag-aaralan ko paano masulat ng history fiction, baka makatulong ninyo ang matutunan ko. Kasi ano naman, basically, ang premise naman, di ba, investigation, yung subject. So, kasi yung basic idea yung nabasa ko sa si Jenska, crime fiction. Sabi niyo, mystery fiction is, the task of mystery writing is to spin a yarn that ties non-related events through coincidental clues that makes it narrative coherent. So, ang puto ng mystery fiction is yung niloloko talaga yung reader na yung mga events, meron siyang coincidence or make it look like hindi siya coincidence. So anyway, anong narrative parang strategy or parang narrative engine para sa mga classic mystery fiction? The investigation follows the plot of suspension through false leads, the threat of pursuing the problem, or being prevented by external forces from uncovering the truth at the point in the climax. Yung mga ganun, kasi yung mystery fiction, natin kung nakapasok yung natin history, maraming characters naman doon. Pero ang punto doon is not really characterization eh. Yun yung sakit sa mystery fiction, na sa sacrifice yung characterization. Ang punto kasi ng mga mystery fiction is just the plot. So challenge kay writer paano yung ma-manage yun. Meron naman mga modern writers ng mystery fiction na sumusunod sa tradition ni Agatha Christie na pinupunan naman yan ng characterization. Gusto yung suggestion niya ma'am na yung mga sentence na characterization na memorable. But anyway, yung kung ganito yung narrative strategy na susundin niya sa suggestion lang naman, sacrifice talaga yung original design na yung alternating chapters. Because the premise of a mystery fiction and detective fiction is nagkwento siya ng dalawang storylines in parallel. The one story yung on the surface is the investigation of the crime, and yung story sa ilalim yun is yung nakaraan, the events leading to the crime. So parang investigation, tapos yung events that led to the crime, mag-intersect talaga at the point of the story. And yun yung climax ng isang mystery fiction. So, yung nangyari dito is, yun na nga. Another thing pa yung consider is, pwede rin natin distribute sa mga chapters yung introduction ng bawat character. Kasi medyo, pag yung reklamo ng iba is, kahit naman na-distinguish siya in this one chapter yung 7 characters, parang kung YA ang gusto readers nito, sa suggestion na lang naman, i-distribute na lang yung pag-introduce ng mga characters. Kasi, sa mystery fiction na naman din eh, pag may-investigate ka, in-interrogate mo yung isang person, inquiring about the whereabouts of a missing person, hindi naman talaga sabay-sabay yan. Kasi, kung sa police procedure yan, yung pag-interrogate ng mga witnesses or key suspects is ina-isolate sila para yung mga testimonies hindi magka-contaminate at saka hindi mag-blur yung validity or credibility ng mga testimony ng bawat ini-investigate. So really, it's yung kung ito yung narrative structure na gagawin mo, it's very rational talaga. Pero hindi naman nasa-sacrifice yung history. Ang point lang is suspension, delay, yung pag-investigate ka na yung naghahanap ka ng clues. Tapos ang pinakamaganda sa dissertation na conflict is yung tigilan ka na malaman mo yung katotohanan. So, yun yung suggestion ko. Para mas may tension at saka conflict yung pag-investigate ko lang, meron na nakaharang na agad. So, yun lang.
Uy.
Just to add, this one yung sabi Sir Bong about the global crisis na may access agad yung bawat likha to exhibits, big time exhibits. Something I just observed from doing progress of more contemporary artists, although medyo mas madami sa a lot of them start, and since I'm a contemporary, they started off online. You might want to consider like how does Instagram affect boosting the other recognition.
Social
A lot of them say na it's not like before na they had to have exhibits or they had to have the connection. Fairness ng common. Kaya napapag actually, medyo iba din yung story ko nito. Pero kaya napapag sila ng bigger company. So, yeah.
Yung Michelle, nila distinction. Ayan, the other is as much ayan. Michelle or may mga corporations at the distinction. Or young. Tapos sa part of CCP, and then young artists, but older yun. Meron po ba? Wala na.
Yes, Doc.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm not, I don't know where I'm going to now, but like, I don't know if this was mentioned na kayo, but like, I think you tie everyone's comments about how you should take it on Instagram and all that stuff. This ties in with my main comment about you should situate your narrative. Like, kasi it's realist fiction, and you utilize a talagang real world narratives. So, situate it in the real world. We already been we already caught on this that like your characters are middle class, upper middle class. Yeah. So I think you should situate that more, especially in what content. You should situate that talagang manifest where they are through the setting, through everything. Kasi so yun ang isa ko, my hints na yun, like that they're middle class because like they're in a subdivision and they have an ice cream parlor, an ice cream jail. That's very telling na. But like, in the first three chapters kasi dapat I should have a view of the world that they're walking through and like what exactly it is. Since you're going past the future, I guess it would be interesting that how it is they got to where they are in the future. Like, yeah, through the language and like
Bagong record pa to. Anyway, and thank you very much for all your input and comments. I really appreciate it. So, Sky $1,000. I started writing this way back in 2014. Nagsimula siya Filipino. Tapos nagsimula din siya linear yung narrative ko. Pero as I was writing the story, kasi first and foremost, gusto ko magsulat ng young adult about visual arts. Yun talaga yung premise ko. Because I wanted to understand my brother more. Yung napili niya to go into visual arts. So, unang-una, na-realize ko, sobrang hirap i-translate ng technical aspects of art. Yung research ko kasi more on English, tapos ina-attempt ko siyang gawing Filipino. Nag-struggle talaga ako. Sabi ko,
sabi ko, parang hindi ko kaya. So, yun, tapos nung ginawa ko ng linear yung narrative, I noticed na medyo may tendency siya to be boring yung writing, parang gano'n. So, parang kahit ako, parang nawalan ako ng gana isulat. Yeah. Good siya. So, I'm happy na lumabas yung parang intention ko talaga yun, to use color as parang character din a story to show yung emotion happening through each of the chapters and how parang the characters go through some sort of rainbow. They go through 1,000 colors, a multitude of emotions as they go through this event in their life. Medyo hindi siya, I'll throw the spoiler bomb now. So what really happened, this is really a reaction to illness story. So Jeff develops a sickness here. So and he gets it from an accident that happened in Gawad Likha. At may kinalaman nga po as Sir Carlson surmised, the man with the long jagged scar, he has something to do with what happened to Jeff. He develops doctor. He develops traumatic color division, color vision deficiency. So, naging colorblind siya. Yeah, that's basically what happened. So, an artist who's going to go through this colorblind. And then, what actually happens in the now narrative is it goes through yung reaction to the illness. Sort of like yung 5 stages of grief. So, ang una niyang ginawa, nag-deny siya. He isolates himself. Kasi nga parang, what am I gonna do? Artist. So, that's basically what happened. So, I will take all of your comments into consideration. Hopefully, I'll finish writing this. Kasi, so far, 7 chapters pa lang yung nasusulat ko. Yeah. Thank you very much.